The day I met him, my life completely changed. The day he passed, my life completely changed.
Now, I know he was
So,
really passionate um, about helping people that he'd never even really met,
yes,
and the most vulnerable being children.
yes.
And on the way out of his office one day, he's showing me out, and he showed me this wing that even he did not have access to. And he explained to me that this was a computer bank that he had given over to law enforcement to use so they could use his technology to catch child predators and child molesters and
Forensics.
horrible people like that, the forensics part
Yep.
of it. And in preparation for this interview, I now realize that not only does that technology live on and continue to help law enforcement catch these people, but also right around the 9/11 attacks, he stepped up and offered his database and started identifying terrorists.
Yes.
And the federal government, the feds, their heads spun when they saw this. And, I know that he also had to give up access to all of that so that they could use it for their purposes. But to this day, they still do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, they do. They use this technology, and I see it all the time. And in the book, it also states when George Floyd and COVID, his technology was part of, spotting out faces in the crowd, finding the most affected areas in COVID. His data fusion, that same technology is still being used today. And in 1986 to like 1990, they were actually working on AI then, and they fell short with funding, so they stopped that project. But now we hear this word AI
Yeah,
almost every day.
all the time.
And when I read that, I didn't know that, and I was like, wow, he was a pioneer before his time. Like he was very, very brilliant.
So how do you feel nowadays about having that last name? To those who remember him and know how